Hello and welcome to Coin Lady channel. In this video, we will discuss the legal dispute between SEC and Ripple. We'll discuss who's doing some insider trading and who's on top of it all. The Bank of England is our topic today. The Bank of England is one of the major users of XRP. They're taking advantage of on-demand cash flow. You won't believe it, but I'll explain how I arrived at that conclusion. I fear you will go the way of Rip Van Winkle. His prediction was correct. Oh, you bet your bottom dollar I did. Get down to business, people. The total market cap of cryptocurrencies has decreased slightly, undoubtedly in excess of $1 billion. This resulted in a $1 trillion $89 BTC lead, or 40.56%. The current value of Bitcoin is $22,921. As of the year 1648, Ethereum was in fine shape, with both the USDT and the USDC having climbed out of their well following the Battle of Pegs. That's what we should always be saying, it seems to me. Although it is highly unlikely, we have witnessed them going below. The current value of XRP is 39 cents. As of right now, it's not accomplishing much. It is confined to a range from which it is inevitably going to emerge. There will be a time for us and a time for you. If you're like most people, you won't be prepared for this when it finally does happen. So that's how it goes down here. You will, in fact, awaken someday. It's about to get going, and you won't be able to stop refreshing your phone. Always remember to plug in your phone at night. We must now proceed to this location. Let me release the video I shot this morning. An old-fashioned coin cycle has arrived. Here are 3 reasons why that video featured a trio of cryptocurrencies. I have no idea what you are doing if you chose to ignore it. Just go and listen to it. I can't stress enough how fantastic this video is. Then it appears that Lewis will be arriving with a football stadium, much to the delight of my friends over at the Board Games Football Club in the metaverse. True or false? Positions are available. One of your goals right now is to find employment. Go on. Forum discussion board. Champion football team. A job posting has been made under the Discord server. There's more and more tension between the two sides. A bomb has been detonated. They require aid. Help is required for them. I recently hired someone with similar goals. There's a Discord app that they released. Apply. One must always remain open-minded. You might be able to find work. Why not get paid to be on Discord and support a project you already like? People, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. They have a solid plan for exposing the ex-Coinbase employee at the center of the insider trading scandal. Any updates? Any updates? Guaranteed to happen on every market as those anticipating the delisting of tokens by them. They've spread the word to their pals and relatives and everyone believes them. To what do you attribute your ability to predict the occurrence of these pumps before they are officially announced? This is totally against the law. You can learn this in class, guys. Now. That's the price you pay for dealing with money, though. People you interact with are likely always looking for a way to better themselves. It really is that easy, people. Uber's CEO made the remark. What are our options? Where do we go from here? The options are to either sell everything now or to wait another month for things to become clear. A lawsuit is what he's referring to. If Judge Torres hasn't ruled on a motion concerning expert witnesses that you filed in August and to which she hasn't responded by March 31, she will be removed from the bench and placed on a blacklist. Never in her entire life has she been included on that particular list. So, what exactly are we trying to say here? Next month, all of these lawsuits will finally be resolved. Get ready, because something bad is about to happen. I predict that we will pump like you've never seen before. But if for some inexplicable reason, and we have seen such things, the SEC tells us in 2018 that it isn't going to pursue legal action against XRP, and then 3 years later, a corrupt FCC chairman runs out the door and drops the lawsuit, then we have a problem. After that, ZP becomes a target. We've been known to sing some pretty bizarre tunes. Get ready, people, because something terrible is about to occur. Investor in digital assets said. You're watching a segment by Brad Garlinghouse. Here, let me perform for you. According to the results of the Yahoo Finance Summit, with this, the SEC's theory against Ripple and the XRP lawsuits are being put to rest. The American company the SEC is supposed to protect has been suffering for over 2 years, and I believe it is important to remind Congress and the public of why. There is no need to worry, morning will arrive soon. Pay attention. And a handful of banks control a disproportionate share of that market, profiting to the tune of billions of dollars at the expense of their less powerful competitors. They're perched atop it all. To answer your question, why is Jamie Dimon talking trash about Jamie Dimon? To be fair, CD is a frontrunner, and HSBC is likely second. JP Morgan Chase, however, ranks extremely high and benefits greatly from the success of other financial institutions. The vast majority of financial institutions we've spoken with have expressed a desire to see Ripple succeed, with many saying things along the lines of "I'm sick of paying these guys," meaning that they're tired of having to fork over a large sum of money to these middlemen. Why would I want to help CD become more of a rival in this area's market, where they already have a foothold? And since you brought up Jamie Dimon, let's circle back to him and J.P. Morgan. What do you think is the most important thing for JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs to change if they don't want to see a decline in market share and customers switching to a company that provides better service? Plus, there's this. They either stop using it or they start using it. That, I believe, comes last. To put it simply, they'll adopt. This is the very last thing they do, no way. No, it happens later, repeat, later. Right. As a result of post-press plan preparations, they plant stories in the media and file lawsuits. Their goal is to make as much of a scene as possible. They then turn to their contacts in government for help. Just bring it back to the present moment. That is what we are experiencing now. What do you think? What? Like Tim Draper predicted back in the day, I think this is all working out. Yes, folks, it is becoming clear. So, let's move on. Macintosh would now like to bring to your attention the fact that Ripple has issued a policy framework. I've included it below. What the heck, let's detonate the bombs. The answer is obvious, wallet is loading. To answer this question, Ripple has developed a policy framework, a serious attempt to regulate cryptocurrencies. The question is why they would release this, people. Now, it's not all for nothing, after all. That's not to say this is without significance. They are only acting this way because they have nothing else for their workers to do. There's a purpose to all that desk time. Just yesterday, this was made public. Digital Panel, introduced by the Bank of England and the UK Treasury, is a novel form of currency for use in private transactions. This article appears in a publication that came out this month. A document for discussion or advice. I just thought I'd mention this to you. We can all see on page 65 that the Bank of England is making a payment to a business partner or a client. There is no doubt in our minds that they have been putting the Ripple platform through its paces for quite some time. It's common knowledge. They would not have returned this month to do a consultation paper mentioning Ripple if they were no longer a paying customer and had lost interest in the Ripple demonstration and Ripple's previous work with them. They would progress to greater achievements. This is included for a reason. What exactly are they discussing anyway? DLT, proof of concept, is the point above it. Mission, to investigate and prove. Show how DLT can be used to perform the fundamentals of wholesale settlement. DLT is not crypto-dependent. In what context was that statement made? Dubbed Brooks in the gang. This vulnerable virus was the foundation upon which the bank built. There's potential for a connection between a system based on DLT and this discussion of Ripple if the second exit size word combatant system Clear Maddox technologies R3 and token are used to assure renewed real-time Grossman service within its immediate vicinity. They make the point clearly. Global coordination. In this collaborative effort with Ripple, we show that FX transactions in two independently simulated RTG systems can be completed in sync with one another. So, what exactly are our goals here? Simple. Two different currencies, such as the US dollar and the Mexican peso, will be used in two separate real-time gross settlement systems. These currencies can be stable coins issued by a central bank, digital currencies issued by governments, or digital fiat currencies issued by financial institutions. How about the Canadian and German dollars, for that matter? I am unable to provide their proper names. Simply thinking aloud. We'll use those exclusively for illustration purposes. They would like to finalize both of these transactions at the same time. Why? That way, they can avoid storing all that money in foreign banks around the globe. And that, essentially, is the goal of this operation. It's a breeze, really. So that they can keep this money on hand and still be taken seriously as the Bank of Canada, they're looking to replicate the Swiss system. The Bank of Germany then responds, "Okay, Bank of Germany. So that we're both on the same page and nothing goes wrong, I need you to hand over the money at the count of 3. Do you still recall doing that back when you were a kid? I'll give this to you, but I want you to hold it with me, and I want you to give it to me where you plan to give it to me." The countdown is at 2 minutes and 3 seconds. It was a mutual release. To that end, we exit the vehicle and gather our belongings. No, that's not what's going on here. The reality is far from that. They are trying to find a way to settle financial transactions using digital ledger and blockchain technologies and these new digital payment rails without exchanging currency. To demonstrate, I've gathered you here to watch this video. Just how many people saw this video clip? Permit me to put in a disc. Now serving as a TB's Director of Innovation. Financial. There is still active collaboration between App Financial Canada and SAP. Recently, he has been collaborating with this individual on a banking matter. Okay, let me pause it so you can hear me. That German bank called Reese. Exactly what steps are being taken to convert Canadian dollars to euros? And they're settling it and bringing it into sync like this. Observe, please. Do you agree that 670 euros plus or minus a few euros is a fair price? I think that's a great idea. I'd really appreciate it if you could send that though. This is the point at which the money transfer actually takes place. Let's check out the Reserve Bank's operational log of the Ripple Connect service. And I can verify that the permit has been received and resolved. It instructed me to check my Ripple Reese bank account for confirmation of the incoming payments. It's possible to open a Ripple account. Someone please tell me who is sending the money. They are actually acting in this way. That's the point at which the Bank of England begins talking about it. For onlookers to dismiss this as meaningless. And I'm trying to tell them, no one's using Ripple, leave. I refuse to listen to it. No, I can't listen right now. Just look at the evidence that surrounds you. With over 6 years of experience in the cryptocurrency market, I can attest to the fact that XRP has consistently ranked among the top 10 coins. There is a good reason why Ripple is still operating and taking on customers from various central banks one by one. Folks, give this some thought. I'm going to leave it at that for now. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you in the next video, bye.